Whoa, hello, it's me. Oh my gosh. It is indeed a wild claw. Hello. Sorry, I just got back from my I just got back to my desk. I was getting a drink. Or at least I was filling up my water bottle just to have it, but I didn't have to step away and do that. Uh there we go. But yes, we're back once again for mindless foliage painting. Or at least trying to figure out a game plan. I did a bit more off stream, but I wasn't sure how I was gonna I'm still kind of like thinking about it because well, I guess I'll just show you actually. There we go. So I'm gonna turn down the music just a little bit because it's a little loud. There we go.
Sorry for this in advance.
Yes, hi, hello. Have your fun. But I was doing some more foliage painting, so as you can tell, we've got a lot more stuff painted around. Kind of just I didn't know if I really felt like going through the effort of doing everything from like by hand. So what I did is I took like a big brush of ferns and I just started painting it across the entire terrain, just all under the trees and stuff. I started just painting a ton of ferns and stuff. Um, so I was like, I mean, I could go through each individual tree and put ferns around them, but I think I'd rather just do it like this. But I'm not too sure about that now. I might actually go back and erase some of this and actually do it by hand because all this stuff was placed by hand. The ferns at least. Oh, how am I doing? Oh, I'm doing fine. I didn't stream yesterday because daylight savings happened, so time skipped forward an hour, and that kind of threw everything out of whack for me, especially sleep schedule stuff. So I'm technically waking up an hour later than I usually am, and it's kind of throwing me out of whack. So it's kind of a pain, but it happens, I guess. But yeah, no, like I said, I was working on here. I gotta show you. I was actually working on some more paintings, so especially painting some more like grass patches and stuff. As you can tell, uh, I was kind of going up the road here. Um, but I was kind of doing some down here too, but nothing too crazy or anything. But I was starting to wonder if I actually wanted to stick with doing this, like as in like doing like going in and painting grass patches. I think I still am because uh I kind of like having like patches of grass like this, but yeah, right now what I did was I like I said, I just took a huge brush of ferns and I just brushed it all up and down. And that's kind of just how this is right now, which honestly it doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's pretty simple, so um it's pretty simple, so it's not too bad. Um but we still have to go in and paint like some patches of grass and stuff. Like there's still some areas of grass we can do here. Although I was more so actually following the path of the road first and doing all that. Well, in this case, mainly just painting the actual grass patches next to the, oh god, the camera, next to the road and stuff with the little grass here. I haven't added anything else to the grass areas yet, just because I didn't want to, because I was just painting the grass and stuff. But I don't know. I was also kind of playing around with I also was playing around with the idea of, maybe some dirt patches occasionally and stuff. Um, and we still have like open patches here. I don't know. I was also looking at what if instead of just painting like, ferns like this, I just paint everything as grass, even under the trees, and then I could just put ferns kind of in like little pockets and stuff. Or in this case, what I could do is I could just do this. Well, not that, but like 360. I could just paint like little pockets like this. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Stuff like that. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I think for now I'm gonna stick with what I got right now, where it's like I painted a bunch of ferns all over the place, and now it's like just painting in the grass. Excuse me, painting in the grass and stuff. I don't know. I mean, if I wanted to make this really like simple, I would just paint like grass across the entire crater, even under the trees, and then I would just do little fern patches inside the forest and stuff to make it different. But part of me also kind of likes having like nice little like gaps and stuff like this. I think it kind of makes it look a little bit more interesting, I would say. I also started doing like, like I said, little dirt patches and stuff to kind of break up the to kind of just occasionally break it up a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Who knows? Uh this could just be highly unnecessary. Considering this area is going to be kind of dark as well, so it's not like you're really going to see this, which is kind of a big thing as well. That's kind of the reason why I was wondering if I should just like here. I'll actually show you guys here. So for example, if I go over here, because I haven't actually done foliage painting over here yet, so this is all just like not touched. This isn't Lethal Company. No, it's Sorry, my nose is stiffly today. This is my dev stuff, which I mean I always do it. I mean we don't do lethal till 8, so we got like 3 hours. Okay, so like um so like one of my initial intentions was like to do this where we just paint like grass. So like one thing I was thinking of is like, okay, maybe instead of doing what we're doing right now, we basically just paint grass like this across the entire crater like this. So there's just grass everywhere. Um and then we could take like little fern patches and we could like just kind of like paint like a somebody will take this, we just paint like little like we just paint like patches of ferns and stuff. Um so instead of there just being like so it could either be like this where we just have grass or we could do like ferns and stuff. So yeah, I was kind of looking into that. So it's like we could either have it like this or if we go all the way over here, we could have it like this. Well, this is kind of like this patch. This is where I actually manually painted. So I actually manually painted all this ferns here. But like over here, for instance, this is all just like automatically placed, like with just a sweeping brush. So we could just have it like this, which I don't think is necessarily bad, but I think like maybe I would want to go and tweak it a little bit. I actually was kind of doing that earlier. For instance, you could see that I actually pulled up more hills because I'm using the hills to break up the sight line of the forest so that you can't like see all the way across. Um, but yeah, there's a lot to be left to be desired. And I was kind of taking like empty patches. I was creating like more empty patches that would be just like a grassy little thing. So yeah, I think it makes more sense for there to be like ferns like this than there would be to be grass. And then we just like fill in the gaps and stuff. And yeah, we have little roses at the bottom of these pits. That's a story reason, by the way. Um, but yeah. So where did we leave off? So what did I leave off? I was kind of going up and down the road here. As you can see, we actually got quite a bit of like I was going up this road mainly, and you can see I got quite a bit of grass patches. You can also see right here, I actually got some dirt patches painted for one of the hills. I actually pulled up one of these hills and I actually painted dirt patches on it like that. So I'm gonna do that for a lot of the other hills as well that are like much higher. Like this one I could probably do like if I just like take out like these trees, like not trees. If I take out like these ferns and I could just paint like a little dirt thing here. Increase this by like no, not 300, 3. Give it like a nice little dirt patch and stuff. I could just do that. Just to kind of break it up a little bit if I want to. Also, we haven't even added rocks to the scene yet, so that's also a big. And we even have like these areas at the edge of the crater where it's like, okay, well, what do we want to put here? Because like this is like the edge of the forest, so it's like, yeah, there's a lot of like weird stuff like that we have to go fix. So, because I have like areas of dense forest and then areas of less dense forest. Yeah, we're still working on it, so nice dirt. Thank you, Valk. Um, Environment stuff is hard. I have mad respect for people who can actually do this stuff properly because I feel like I'm just kind of winging it as I go and stuff. So yeah. But we were working mainly up here. I'm actually gonna probably work more down in the crater because that's probably more important, I would say. Um, so we're gonna kind of start like working on that a little bit. So for instance, if I want this to be like not like a area with grass and stuff, what I could do, uh, I can kind of take this and just put like some trees here to break up the sight line a little bit. Um, so instead of having to paint grass here, I could just like leave it like being a dense forest and stuff. Um, and then you occasionally get like patches like this, which honestly, this could just become like its own little grass patch, I think. So having like a little grass patch that follows the contours of the crater would be kind of cool. So so what I'll do is I'll just turn this into a grass patch. Environment took the longest. Yeah, no, it's like it's I don't know, man. It's just like making things actually look natural is just difficult because I don't know. I'm just first off, I'm not really an artist. I would say I don't really consider myself a very talented artist or anything. I might be able to make stuff, but that doesn't mean I can make stuff look good. Per se. So like that's kind of a big issue I've always had is just making stuff look nice. That's why I don't really do like drawing or anything. Well, first off, I can't. And second off, I'm just not good at making things look nice. I can make things, it's just like making them look nice is just such a difficult endeavor. Um, so, but you got to start somewhere. Oh, I imagine if I kept working on environment stuff for a period of time, I probably would learn how to do it and stuff. Just because you kind of learn from experience. So, also, if you're curious what I'm doing, I'm outlining this area that's going to be grass. So the tree line is kind of what I'm following right now. Um, so we're gonna do this for the crater, I think. For the crater, we're gonna start getting the grass fields kind of set up and whatnot, because I do want to have at least like some pockets of grass and stuff. Or we could just make it all be dense forest. It doesn't really matter, but so. Oh man. Sorry, my nose. If you guys, if I sound nasally, it's because like my nose is irritating me today. I don't know why. It's weird. Hope you guys are doing well though. I woke up late. I set my alarm to wake up early, and I did wake up early. But then like I was laying in bed, and I was like, "There's not really a point in waking up." Even though like I knew that if I woke up, I could actually get more work done. But I was like, is it really a point? Should I paint my nails the same color or two different colors? I think it would probably look nicer if you just paint them all the same color. Honestly, I don't really do nails, so I don't really know. Um, I feel like painting them the same color would be more. Cause I'm a guy. I like symmetry, so I tend to favor things that are symmetrical usually. Um, so that's why I kind of would say just paint them both hands the same color. So, God, man, I should go blow my nose. You know what I'm saying? To get rid of this one tree right here. There we go. Just keep swallowing it. It's gross. Is the gradient slash two color pattern separate solid colors? I'm assuming you're referring to the nail polish stuff. Uh, I'll uh, I'll let you answer that because girl, you looking pretty fruity. You could be like my mom and dye her hair sometimes. My mom dyes her hair a color sometimes just for fun. I don't know why she does it, but she dyes her hair sometimes. My dad does not dye his hair because he does not have hair. I mean, well, it's not the only reason he doesn't dye his hair, but I mean, he doesn't have hair, so it's not like he could anyway. Well, she is also the type to have a minion shower curtain. Yeah, that's my mom. We do have the minion shower curtain. That is the doing of my mother. So, oh yeah, I don't think I ever showed Valk the picture. Yeah, my bathroom is minions themed. Um, it's because my mom likes the. Yeah, Val, can I just send you the picture? Wait, I gotta go find it. I think I have it on my PC somewhere. I could just DM it to you. Uh, Not joking, by the way. I do. This is actually a real thing. Um, I show this like people all the time. I don't even remember where the picture. I have it on my phone. I know that much. I could just send it to you via my phone. Actually, let me see if I can find it first. Uh, I know I put it on my PC somewhere. Ah, screw it. I'm gonna just get my phone and just sec. I'll just DM it to you. One sec. I should buy that whale toy thing for the facet. Your cat would enjoy that. Yeah. Cats like a lot of things. So, alright, Valk, where are you at in my DMs? There you are. Talking about jeans is apparently. Oh, I sent you the Minecraft villager, but it's moaning thing. Yeah, we were talking about that. I forgot. Um. Alright, I'm scrolling. I'm finding it. One sec. I'm scrolling down. It's like it's an old picture, so it's like all the way down on my phone. Gotta have so many pictures on my phone at this point. I gotta like put them somewhere. Uh. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, hey, I found a picture of me with like half my beard shaved off. So like one half of my face has no beard, the other half does have a beard. I forgot about that. I forgot I did that. Oh, these are all like old apartment building photographs. Dude, I tried getting an apartment like a year or two ago and it was like that place was awful. Not recommended, by the way. Uh where the heck are you? It's a very old picture. Oh, these are from like 2022, I believe, or 2021. No, that's when I'm looking at my photos. Sorry, this is when I was on the Washington trip. It's probably further down actually. I hope I don't miss it. Where are you at, Mr. Photograph? Have the housing prices shot up again? I haven't actually been looking. But they still are expensive. So, oh, I could just take a new picture. I mean, bathroom is right across the hallway, but I really just don't want to get up right now. Um, I have it on my phone somewhere. Give me a second. I'm trying to find it. Uh. Oh, it's really far down here. Where the hell are you? $2 million. That's for its people house right there. Oh, I found it. Hey, Valk, I found it. Here you go. All right. All right, Valk. That's the minions bathroom. There you go. That's right across the hall from where I am. So there you go. That's my bathroom. So you get kind of used to it after a while. It doesn't really bother you that much anymore when you use it for years. Just kind of like, yeah, this is just my reality now. You just get used to it. And like the wall decals, yeah, you didn't expect the fucking minion with his ass out when I sit on the toilet. I look to my right and I just see like a minion ass. Really reinforces the whole, shitting part of the. I'm gonna stop talking now. Um, it's fucking disgusting. It's fucking disgusting. Look, I love my mom. She's crazy. I tell you what, if I get my own place, I'm definitely not painting it to be fucking, yeah.
Everybody who is sad that they cannot see it on stream, Be happy you don't have to imagine a minion's ass sticking in your face when you go pee.
Yeah, you get used to it after a while. It doesn't really bother you after the first time. You take your Tinder PFP in there? Oh my gosh, dude. I'd be getting all the fucking old ladies on my profile if they saw that. Kidding me? They'd probably be like, "Oh, I can just. I do not have plans to go on Tinder, thank you. I'm good. I think I'm pretty okay. If I was gonna start dating, I'd probably, I don't know. I don't really want to use a dating app personally. They're not really that good. Um, one of the VR chat dating apps. Oh my god, no. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that's any better. You post this on Reddit? I don't want to post it on Reddit. No, fuck no. I'm just not really interested in doing any dating right now. I mean, I guess something happens, yeah. I mean, you know, you kind of work go with the flow, but I'm not really seeking out anything right now. So plus plus most of the time anyway, I don't really run into women in VR chat, so there's not really much opportunity to actually find someone. Yeah, I think like um oh gosh, I think like the last time I ran into a woman. Oh right, that yeah, Valk, you are a female girl, right? But I'm thinking like outside of you. I probably have and I just don't remember. So now I know Friday. Yeah, and shit. Just talking about outside of you. You're inside all the time. I mean, true. I mean, it's one of those cases where like I don't really want to use these apps, but it's like it's not really that much option considering I don't really go outside that much. Eh, I'd probably just do my own thing and then see what happens, you know? No, I don't want to go to a club and VR chat. I'm good, thank you. I'm not really a club guy. I don't. That's why I don't go to like the DJ clubs. I'm just not my kind of thing. So I'm very much like I'd rather just do my own thing. I don't know, or I'd rather just like hang out with friends per se than like go to a club specifically. Do you think having a pocket of grass this would be a good idea? Feels kind of odd. I think what we're gonna do. I've kind of wanted to do this a little bit, but we're gonna actually make like a little. Actually, we're gonna in. What's your type? Um, I don't know. Definitely not like raunchy. I'm kind of more like just someone I can like chill with, you know. Preferably someone who likes dinosaurs. That's also a big plus, I would say. Not required, but you know, wouldn't hurt. Minions? No, shut up. Oh, obviously, you know, I go from my mother liking minions, now my girlfriend likes minions, and I'm just like, and me and my dad are just like, ugh, fucking dying over here. When my girlfriend says banana, and I'm just like, oh, oh well, lost this one. May she rest in peace. Banana, banana. That's stupid. Rest in piss. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. You know, it's interesting because it was kind of common for people in my school to like date stuff, you know, like people like I remember being in high school and stuff and like people seemed like they always had like a girlfriend and stuff, but I never did. I never really understood why people like did that. I don't know. Maybe it was like my mindset was just different because I was a gamer and I kind of was just like it was I didn't really care about the social. You was a whore? What? I was a whore in high school. Valk, what do you mean by that? Were you giving sloppy toppies behind the like cafeteria or something? Is that what you're talking about, or were you just like I just dated a lot of guys in school? Okay, not that bad. I sure hope so. I know Loris and Skin Gun, we only started officially going. Oh, lucky you, Ryan. You got the fucking childhood friends as your girlfriend. I that sadly that wasn't the case for me. Uh there was a girl that I did like in school. But by the time I was like kind of interested in like asking her out, she had already had a boyfriend, and the boyfriend was a friend of mine. Well, I say friend of mine, but like a family friend of mine. Um, so and they basically like were just a match made in heaven, and then they got married after she graduated high school. So yeah, well, at least they're happy. That's good. Um, at least they're happy. I think they got married. Yeah, they did. I think I remember seeing a Facebook post about it. Yeah, they got married after high school, which I'm like, girl, why are you getting married after high school? Whoa, that's a little bit that's a bit rushed, don't you think? Until you're 12. Yeah, you know what's funny? I actually remember, dude. I'm gonna be honest. I remember the time I remember the exact moment that my mind went from girls is just like oh this thing to girls is like ooh attractive ooh. I remember too because it was in seventh grade I think. So seventh grade I would have been about 12 I think. Um, I think it was like 12 as well actually, and I was in seventh grade, and I remember seeing this girl that was cute, and I remember like one moment I was just like, oh, just female girl, and the next moment I was like, oh, she's I'm saying, woo, I'm kind of attractive. Uh, like I remember like feeling the switch in my body like flip, like just like like one moment you're like your perspective like completely changes. It's like it was weird. It's very weird. Um, I don't know how to explain it, but that's like the best I can think of. It's like your perspective just suddenly changes all of a sudden. Like you just suddenly find it like, oh, this is kind of attractive. Then again, I never really pursued dating in high school or anything like that. I I actually specifically did not date in in high school or college because I wanted to focus on like school and stuff and actually get shit done. Because I didn't want to have to be distracted by being in a relationship else and stuff. I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll look into dating after I get out of like college. Um, I mean, I'm out of college now and I still haven't dated, so ooh, you know what I'm saying? Um, it's not too bad. I'm sentient. I actually remember the day I became conscious. I was like 4 years old, I think. I was like four. I was like around that age. I remember one moment I had no thought, and the next moment I had thought, and I was laying face down in the carpet of my house. Like I just remember like the switch like flipped in my head, and I became conscious one day. Uh, I was like, "Well, that's kind of interesting." Whoa, I actually can think now. What the fuck? A weird feeling, I would say. I just remember I just remember that still like that moment I became conscious. Like I actually began to have like thoughts. It's weird. It's such a weird feeling. Um but yeah, Christian made fun of it. I had no Christian about it. There's other friends. Oh, okay. I never got bullied. People talk about getting bullied in high school. I never got bullied. Um I just like never I don't think that I don't know if it was just because I wasn't really a bullyable person or I just like I think it was probably because I kept my head low. Like I didn't really care about school, so all I did was like okay, I did my schoolwork, I did my own stuff in the library during lunch. I didn't really do anything crazy at school, and then when school ended I immediately went home and gamed. Like I kind of kept my head low during high school. I just didn't really care about like high school activities or anything like that. I just wanted to get done with the day so I could go home and play World of Warcraft or just play games in general. So that's kind of why, like, I don't know. I think it's partly just because my school also didn't really have a bullying problem. Like there were kids that were fucking assholes, but it was like it wasn't really that bad. How many people were in your high school? 1,300 people, I think. A lot. It was a lot of people. It was a big high school. It was about 1,300 kids, I think. I think 1,300. I'm pretty sure that's the number I remember for high school um people. Yeah, the high school in my town was like all the kids ended up in the high school, after a while. Like, at one moment it's like, you know what I mean? Um, like all the kids ended up at the high school in my town, just because that's just how it worked. So, I mean, the nice thing is that by the time I got into high school, my high school itself was actually a brand new building and stuff. It was actually kind of nice. It used to be my middle school I went to was actually a really old building, and I hated it. But when I got into high school, it actually was like a new building. It was very nice. My town has back to the girl I got married after high school. Reason taxes. Well, no. Well, the thing is, she and him they were dating since she was in middle school and he was in high school. Um, he was like I believe like 2 or 3 years older than her. And then like basically once she graduated, I think that's when they got married. I don't know. I mean, maybe they just thought they were like lifelong partners. So man, more respect to them. So yeah, no, I could not see myself getting married after high school. Um, that's so American. Yeah, I don't know, man. I definitely could not see myself getting married after high school. I'm like, look, listen, it's gonna take a long time before I consider myself ready to get married. My brother only just got married like this past December, and he's 2 years older than me. Um, so but then again, he's been with my sister in law for a while now. So and they've got their own house. Technically got their own house. So my brother streams. I don't know if you guys know that. He does stream on Twitch. I wonder if he's actually streaming right now. Let me check. Okay, no, he is not streaming right now. I do follow him on Twitch. I occasionally tune into his streams. You saw him? Yeah, that's my brother. You probably know who he is, Falk. I think I showed it to him. But that is my older brother. I know where he lives, so I could always go raid his stream physically if I wanted to. Uh, you should see his fucking cat, dude. Fucking, he's got two. My brother has two cats, Beef and Boba. I think my brother named Beef and my sister-in-law named Boba. They named them after food. And oh my god, Beef is a fucking chonkers. I wish I had a screenshot of that fucking cat. That cat is literally, that chart where it's like, oh lord, he coming? That is Beef. He is a absolute unit of a cat. I just don't know what the hell happened. He's an absolute unit. I don't know. Yeah, you should get a picture. It's really funny. I could actually go over to his house probably. I know what. So what's funny is I know what the key is that they hide to get into the house, so I could totally just go into the house right now. I'm not going to, but I could if I wanted to. Oh my god. No, but I do not make unannounced trips to my brother's house. I'll always text him if I'm like coming over to ask him something. So yeah, no, the fat cat is literally named Beef. Boba's a sweetheart. But oh, Beef doesn't have a tail as well. He's got like no tail. Boba is like a black cat, a black cat with like white spots and stuff on her like face and whatnot. It's like that kind of cat, like the cat that's like black with the white paws. Uh, Beef is like he's one of those like brown and black striped cats or whatever. I don't know what the term is. So tuxedo cat. Yeah, yeah, something like that. Yeah, she's a sweetheart. Beeful. We have three cats actually here at my house right now. We used to only have one, Evie, and Evie's a sweetheart. She always wants attention. But we rescued two kittens from my brother's, like that were near my brother's house. we rescued two kittens that were near my brother's house last year in June, and we've had them ever since. And their names are Baxter and Beans. Is your mom obsessed with the Minions? Yes. She likes it's just like she just likes that kind of stuff. Like it's like I think the best way I could explain my mom is she's basically like a stereotypical Facebook mom kind of thing, you know? Like if you ever heard of that stereotype, that's kind of just what my mom is. Not exactly, but like that. Yeah, she just likes Minions. So I even told my mom when I saw the new Minions trailer, I was like, "Mom, you're not gonna believe this, but there's a new Minions trailer out." I told her that. I went up to her like, "Mom, look at this." She was like, "Huh? Do you have any other themed rooms?" No. I think the closest thing we have to another themed room is the kitchen has like winter decorations, like snowman, like it kind of has like a winter kind of thing going for some parts of it, for like snowmen and like let it snow, like those kind of things. But no, there's not really a themed room outside of that, so it's pretty standard. It's just the bathroom that's themed, which I don't yeah. So it's just the bathroom. So all year round, yeah, yeah. It's just an aesthetic my mom likes, so she just likes it. The hell is a themed room? I mentioned yeah, I mean it's something like that, Ryan. Except like instead of anime, it's like maybe whatever IP like. Now I'll be honest, I probably would have more like stuff in my room that was themed after stuff, but I just never get around to decorating and or buying anything for it. Um, if I ever move out, I probably would put some like stuff on the walls, like posters of like certain like shows or games that I like, just because I like that kind of stuff. But I don't do it here because I just get around to it. I don't know if I'd ever have one of those rooms where it's like you have like all your like figures and like a glass thing or like stuff posters and stuff. I don't think I could ever get to that point because I just never get around to buying stuff. Um, and I don't really have a lot of things that I like enough that I would want to buy stuff for. Um, so yeah, that's why I don't really have like a themed room. So per se, I would argue. Your room scares me because of your cable management. Yeah, the under my desk, my cables are kind of unorganized, but it still works. Um, I've thought about actually redoing the cable management because I have this like little pedal thing that you can use for exercise that you can put like under your desk when you're sitting, and you could like pedal your feet while you're at your desk. But I can't put that under my feet because I have all these wires and stuff like directly where my feet, like near where my feet are, and I don't have space there. So I am thinking about maybe going back and actually cleaning up my wire management a little bit. But otherwise it works fine. So it's like no reason to fix it if it ain't broke. So I will say if I ever do move out and move around, I probably would make my wire management better. Yo, Angus, it's not that bad. If you ever see images in my room, those like the cables of the base stations that go up the wall, that's the required. And then there's one cable that runs around like half my room on the edges of the wall, which is the sync cable for the base stations. So, and then we have another fucking white cable down there on the floor, which is actually the old cable TV cable that I don't use anymore because I don't watch cable. Um, so yeah, it's a little wacky. We're gonna fill in some of these gaps with trees because I don't really feel like making freaking forests, making grass fields. It'd be it's not that bad. Oh man, a flea market. I haven't been to an actual garage sale in years. I think we did one ago. I think my biggest regret is probably giving away all my toys I had as a kid. I think I either gave them away or we sold them or something. Because I remember having a phase where I was like, I'm an adult now. I don't need these toys. I kind of wish I'd kept them. So I did find some old stuff in the garage a while back, so nobody ever comes in my room, right? Don't worry. I'm the only one that comes in and out of this room. I mean, the thing is, I'm in my room like 90% of the time anyway, so yeah, it's not like anyone's even coming in here. I do know when I move out, I'm probably gonna my dad's gonna take my room and use it for stuff. So that was like the plan that I sat with him, talked to him about. I did actually come across a an apartment in my town that's actually kind of affordable. That's for rent. It's a 2 bedroom, 1.5 bathroom apartment. Um, that's up for rent for $1,250 a month, and that includes water and electricity too. And I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool. That's actually kind of affordable. It's a little, I mean, it's a little expensive, but I mean, nothing. It's not too bad. What's the catch? I would have to go tour the place to kind of get. There's no pets. You can't have any pets. That's one big thing. The laundry is shared, but other than that, the cooling is central air. The heating is forced air heat pump. Um, and you do get your own designated parking spot. So, but the pictures actually look pretty good, all things considered. Never, Ryan. No, no swamp. I will say, I was doing apartment hunting, I think at least a year or two ago. Um, and I went to I went to two apartments in my town. There were two apartments that were available in my town. I went to the first apartment, and both of these apartments, by the way, let you do self tours, which means you can actually go there without having to go with an agent or anything. You could just like they'll give you like the key and you could tour it yourself. The first apartment I went to was kind of an older apartment. Like the walls were definitely like something from like the 1980s, like 1990s kind of thing. Um, it wasn't too bad, but it was definitely old. And I got rejected on that apartment because I did not have a credit. I didn't have a credit score, right? So I got rejected on that apartment because I did not have a credit score at the time. So at that point, I did not have an actual credit card or any sort of credit score, because I don't like credit cards. Um, I personally don't like credit cards, and I think they're bad. But after this whole thing happened, I actually sat down and went to my bank and I was like, hey, listen, can you get me set up with a credit card? And they told me all this stuff about it, paying it off and blah blah blah. So I've had a credit card ever since, and I've actually paid it off every month, and I actually built up a really good credit score now. So I'm very happy about that. Uh, but the first apartment, yeah, I got rejected because I did not have a credit score. They literally said, no, you have no credit score. Get the hell out of here. Um, I was like, okay, whatever, fine. And then I'll go build up a credit score so I don't have to worry about this ever again. The second apartment I went to, uh, actually would let me go there if I just paid like a bit more in the deposit, the security deposit at the start. So the idea is like the security deposit's kind of like basically quote unquote insurance in a way. Like, oh, you pay this upfront for the apartment. Um, and that security deposit actually does go up if you don't have a good credit score. But some places, if you don't have a credit score, they'll actually let you go there if you actually pay a higher security deposit. So this place was kind of on board with letting me come in. And they also had self tours as well. So I actually did a self tour once by myself. And the place seemed okay. It was under renovation at the time. Um, and they were actually like installing the carpet in the apartment at the time, so they were still renovating it when I did my self tour. And I looked around, I was like, okay, this place isn't too bad. Maybe once it's renovated, it'll look a little better when they finish it. The second time, I brought my dad with me, because I wanted like an extra, I wanted like an extra like opinion and stuff, because I didn't want to just like get the apartment and just kind of be like, maybe I missed something that I couldn't see that he could see. So I brought my dad, and we were looking around, and it was kind of like we noticed some red flags. The first one was like there was a closet behind the apartment that was like apparently where the AC stuff was, and it looked atrocious. Like on the inside, it looked like all beaten up and damaged. The second thing was that after they had finished installing the carpet, they actually didn't install the carpet correctly, and I confronted them and I said, "Listen, your carpet is kind of fucked up. Are you gonna fix this?" And they said, "No, it's fine the way it is." And that was kind of my like red flag. I was kind of like, "Oh boy, okay, these guys probably don't care." um, so that was kind of my like indication. And I think after that it was like, yeah, there's too many red flags in this place. Let's not. I'm not gonna deal with this. I'm not gonna deal with this. So I declined. I stepped away, and kind of glad I did, honestly. What floor do you imagine an apartment? I would very much like hardwood floor. Carpet's okay, but you have to clean carpet. I would rather clean hardwood than I would clean carpet. So if I can get away with that, I would rather would have a hardwood floor than a carpeted floor, personally. Um, and the apartment I actually was looking at, the only rooms that have carpet are like the personal rooms, and all the other rooms are just hardwood, which looks really nice. Um, so I have to go check out this place sometime soon, doing a tour and stuff, and take a look around. Um, but it looked nice, so yeah. But that's the story of how I like was looking at apartments. I think a year or two ago. Um, and my original plan actually was to save up money to actually get a house. So I wanted to actually save up more, get enough for a down payment, and then just get a house. But the house prices are absolutely insane right now. Like I can't get an actual affordable house at the price I want because they're all like overpriced. It's actually kind of insane. Um, it sucks. It frankly it sucks. And that's just something I have to deal with, I guess, because it's just like there's not really too much I can do about that, unfortunately. Um, but yeah, those troubles when they don't care, they just care. Sorry, one sec. Is my VC? I gotta fix my VC face. There you go. Oh yeah, especially where you live, Valk. I've heard that getting a house where you live is absolutely atrocious. Like I've heard it's just not even possible. Like it's very much like yeah, good freaking luck, you know. Like I wish you the best of luck, but I'm gonna be honest, you're probably not gonna get a house where you live because that place is very overpriced. Um, like the town where I live in isn't like a hugely populated town. Like it shouldn't be that. Like I think it's mainly just even when a house comes onto market, it gets overpriced and stuff, and it's just like you don't. This doesn't need to be this expensive. Like I don't know why this is so expensive. Because like I would love to get a house at the same price my parents got their house, which was like actually kind of affordable. Um, like my parents bought their house back in 1996 for about I believe it was what $96,000 at the time, and adjusted for inflation, that would be about 120,000 US dollars adjusted for inflation today. Um, and yeah, like I was like, oh my gosh, like the fact you were able to afford a house that like that, you know, just moving to nowhere. Yeah, just move to like the yeah the craziest place you can think of. You'll probably be able to afford a house then. But like the fact that like they were able to get this house for that much money, like that's the price I was kind of going for. Like, okay, let me try and get a house that it's at this price. And it's like, nope. Any house that's even close to this price these days are just like absolutely run down and like destroyed. And it's like you might as well just demolish the whole place and fucking start from scratch. Like that's literally the that's literally the the kind of like stuff you have to deal with. It's just like what the hell, you know? Yeah, falling apart. Like you might as well. Like it's one of those like, oh, are you the kind of person that wants to do like a fixer upper? Well, we've got you covered. Why don't you come and freaking buy this house and fix it up yourself, and then you could resell it for even more. And I'm just like, bro, listen, I don't want that. I just want to have a place to live. I just want a house to live in, please. I don't care about fixing up the house. I just want my own house. I just want my own place to live. It's not so hard to ask. Ugh. Why must these things be so expensive? There was a falling apart house here that was being sold as affordable fixer upper, and it was 7,000. Oh, that's a terrible value. Oh my god. You might discover a shower leaking. You choose the kitchen light's not working half the time. Yeah, that's kind of why you want to try touring the place before you go there. But even then, like you can never really find issues until they actually happen, and then it's like, okay, well, how good is the policy for, like fixing issues and stuff? Like, is this going to be like an actually good process? Like, is the landlord actually a decent person who's going to like help fix this, or are they just going to be like an absolute shitlord who's just not going to care? It's just like, it's like, damn, like crazy. I could actually look at house prices right now in my area. Here, one sec. I'll actually look at houses for sale right now. So we're just doing houses right now, right? Yeah, houses. Um, let's see. Actually, there's a lot more houses for sale than I would have expected. I thought there were way less houses. So a lot of these are above like 250,000 US dollars right now. There's only like two of them that are under $200,000. There's some of these that are like $350,000, $430,000, $295,000. I'm just like what the hell, Like, what's going on here? $360,000 for this house. But that's a 5-bedroom house, so I guess that makes sense. It's more expensive. Um, the only house that in my okay, so there's one house that's in my town right now that's worth $190,000. It's 3-bedroom, 1 bathroom. It's exactly what I would be looking for a house. And it's $190,000, and that's actually kind of possible for me if I were to save up enough for the down payment, and then I just kind of work from there. Like, as long as my monthly bill for the mortgage isn't above like 150,000, like 1,500 a month, I should be okay. Um, but getting a house is just a difficult process. Like, there's a lot of loophole, like there's a lot of like leaps and hurdles you kind of have to go through to actually get it. It's just like I just don't know if I'm like ready for that. Um, so I'm wondering if like maybe I should just get an apartment first and then kind of get a house. That way I can kind of have experience living on my own in like an apartment, and then I could get a house afterwards. But then it's also like, oh man, but I could just stay here for a while longer and actually, you know, save up and actually get a house and not have to worry about apartment stuff like whatsoever. It's such a hard decision because I'm like, on one hand, I would be cool to move out by myself and actually have my own place. I think that'd be pretty cool. But on the other hand, it's like, do I want to save myself the headache and actually like maybe like wait a bit, like maybe instead of just jumping right into it, I should probably just like wait, um, and see. But I don't know. I personally have been leaning more on the apartment stuff recently because it would be nice to have my own place. Not even like it's not even that there's an issue with me living here right now. Like, I love my parents. They're great. It's just like, you get that urge to kind of be on your own, bird out of the nest kind of thing. It's like it would be nice to kind of actually be able to go out on my own and actually have my own place and stuff. Cause I've come to the realization that I made myself a promise, and my promise to myself was if I move out, then I will not move back in. Like, under no circumstances will I move back in. Like, my promise to myself is that if I move out of the house I'm in right now with my parents, then then that's gonna be it. Like, that's like at that point it's like, unless I'm in an absolute dire emergency, I'm not gonna move back in because I want to like be on my own and stuff and kind of do my own thing and whatnot. And I'd rather take that risk. You guys know what I mean? Like, I just would rather not have to move back in if I have to. I'd rather get on my own feet and actually do my own thing. So, but because of that, it's like I want to like make sure I'm like 100% ready. It's like, okay, if I'm gonna move out, then it's like, okay, well, I want to make sure I have like a saving. Oh god, my nose is like stuffed. Sorry. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait 1 sec. Wait. Oh god, I might sneeze in a second. Ugh. But it's like if I'm gonna move out, it's like okay, I want to make sure I have enough money saved up that if I have an emergency, then I'll be fine for a while. Um, and then I just want to make sure I have everything settled. Like, okay, where do I want to go for internet bills? Where do I need to go for all this kind of stuff? I already do my own shopping and stuff, so it's not like I have any issue like cooking food or going out shopping and stuff. And I know how to do laundry and stuff, so it's not that bad. I guess the end result is like okay, you know, just getting money coming in to pay the bills, and then just like knowing where I need to go pay those bills at, like how to do that process, which probably shouldn't be too hard. Um, so yeah, it's just a lot of like back and forth kind of like okay, like what do you like how to do like certain things that I don't have to do right now. Like oh, for instance, like where do I go to pay my bills? Yada yada yada. So I don't know. It's probably not that complicated once you know how the process works. Um, I'm not particularly too worried about it. Um, Fair to possible. Yeah, it's nice that I don't have to. It's nice that I didn't have to move out because like pressure from people and stuff. Like the nice thing is that I've been relatively like I wasn't like forced out or anything. Like I feel bad for people that like genuinely were forced out of their house. Like oh you have to move out and stuff. It's like it kind of sucks. It's like you want to go at your own pace and stuff. Like sometimes you just don't have the right footing to really put yourself out there. Like worst thing you can do is kind of just like force someone to move out unless they absolutely need to go. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Also, yeah, we're kind of working on the crater a little bit here because I do want to kind of flesh out some more of like the areas, like grassy areas. And it looks like we kind of got that going so far, which is nice. I'm not gonna do what I was doing originally, where it's like I'm painting in like gaps with grass. I'm probably just gonna make it all like forested and stuff. So yeah. In fact, I'm actually gonna remove all this because we don't need this anymore. No, having your own savings is exceptionally good. If you ever get the chance to just save up money, you should at least save up like at least like 3 months worth of your expenses. So, um, because you never know like what's gonna happen. Like, what if COVID happens again? Like what if like something like COVID happens and you lose your job for whatever reason, and now you're unemployed for quite a while. I actually when COVID was at its height, I actually had a job where I took calls for people doing unemployed. So when COVID, I think it was like May 2020 was when I picked up this job, but I picked up a job in May of 2020 where I was basically a call center, and I was a call center for unemployment claims. So basically, what it was that people would call in asking to get unemployment, and then you would go through like a process with them to get them set up with that. And man, dude, the stories I heard from people, it's just like absolutely tragic. Like it was hard at times because you hear it in the news, but then like when you actually take up a job and you actually talk to people directly that are affected, it's like it hits kind of hard. Like I think one of the worst calls I took, worse in the case of like actually being tragic, was this guy was calling in for unemployment, and him and his family were in a motel because they couldn't pay the rent for their apartment because the guy he lost his job because of COVID. Um, so he was filing for unemployment because of that, but by that point they had already been kicked out of their apartment. um, and were basically on the street. They were basically kicked out and put on the street because they couldn't pay their bills. Um, I think we did get the guy set up with unemployment though, luckily. So I think he did actually have some money coming in, which is good. Um, but that fucking sucked because it was just like this guy didn't deserve this. He didn't quit his job. He literally couldn't do his job because of the fucking all the stuff happening, and now he's basically on the verge, like basically on the verge of his family and him all being freaking put on the streets and stuff. Like it's not fun. Awful. Yeah. That was probably one of the worst calls, I think, because of just how sad it was. Like it did genuinely suck for him, and I felt bad for him. Um, because when you do jobs like that, when you do like call center jobs like that, you're following a script. Like pretty much everything you say when you're doing a call center job is a scripted response. Like you follow a script exactly to the T. Because the thing is, they don't really train you. Like when I did that job for the call center, they didn't really train me to understand how things worked. They trained me to read a script. So no matter what situation happened, there would always be like a part of the script you could read to be a response. And the worst, I mean, the worst calls were always the ones where like they would come up with like the caller would have something that wouldn't be part of the script, and you just didn't know what to say. It was always kind of awkward, but it's like, I mean, it was bound to happen. So, but yeah, no. Anyway, sorry. But yeah, no. On the part of like apartments and stuff. Hopefully I can get one soon. I mean, I did say I wanted to move out in 2024, but things have been kind of tumultuous in the past year. Um, that kind of threw my plans into whack. So now I'm kind of like, I'm still looking for, I'm still looking for a job and stuff right now. I've been applying quite a bit recently, so it's been going pretty okay. I've only gotten like one response back, and they declined my application, but at least they responded, so I was very grateful. So, like I said, at this point, if somebody like responds to my application, I'll be fucking happy because it's like most of the time they don't even bother responding. So it was very nice of them. Also, I think we're pretty much good to go on painting the grass in here. So maybe we'll start working on the forest and stuff. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna take so I think we're just gonna go from tree to tree and kind of just do this because I don't know if I want to paint all broadly. So we're gonna kind of start over here and we're gonna start kind of like painting around. So we're gonna do like kind of just get these trees kind of like set up here and stuff. Oh man, finding jobs is hard. You would think it would be easier now than ever to get a job, but honestly, it's just like it feels like it's so much harder than it used to be in the past. I think it's more so like there's a lot of fake jobs out there at this point that are like that just make it harder to actually find like an actual job applying. I would say like if you're trying to find a new job, you should always try and go on the website of the job you're applying for to apply there instead of applying on like a third party website. Um, because most of the time they'll probably read your application if you actually send it through their own website instead of like the third party stuff. Because like I said, a lot of the times those third party places are just like aggregating data that they get, and a lot of that data is just like, oh, this place is hiring, so just put this posting up on our website instead. So usually it's like, okay, well now I should go probably apply to I should probably go apply to this place instead, you know. I kind of did that with one of the jobs I applied to recently. Actually, was I went to their actual website instead of going through the third party web website to apply. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, guys. At this point, I'm kind of spoiled to from homework. Like I'm so used to doing work from home now that it's like I don't want to have to go out and do a job, like it's like actually like go out and go to a place to do a job. Like I would much rather stay at home. It's just so much nicer. It's just so much like nicer to be able to like stay at home. I don't get why people advocate against work from home. The only angle I could really see people advocating for work against like not working from home is like if your employees are just being lazy, but at that point you could just fire them and get employees that actually will work fine that work from home. Uh I just don't like this whole push of like you have to come to the office to work. It's like, listen, if all of my work is done on like a laptop that at work, like why can't I just do this at home? Because it's all on a laptop anyway. It's not like I have to be in the office to do my work. I just need to be on my laptop. I hate office culture, guys. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I hate office culture. I absolutely despise it. I have no love, no care for it. I couldn't give a care less about it. Like at the end of the day, I'm only here because you're paying me. And I don't want to sound like cynical or anything, but like that's the reason I picked up this job. I didn't pick up this job to like socialize. I picked up this job to get paid. So I don't know, but you can never tell like your workplace that you can never tell them like I'm only here to get paid because, like I said, they'll put you on a blacklist. I know they probably say they won't, but they probably will. So you always got to be careful about that kind of stuff. It's like, oh, this employee is the troublesome kind, that kind of stuff. So yeah. Yeah, of course they're resisting going back to working in an office. You have to keep in mind that a lot of people probably also moved because of remote work. Like, oh, I can work remotely now, so I don't need to stay here anymore. I can actually go to like a more affordable place to live while still keeping my same job. Um, but now it's like, oh, you gotta come back to the office. It's like, okay, well, I've already moved like far away. I can't do that. Me personally, I mean, I don't really have plans to move outside of my town if I can get away with it. The closest I could think is like I might move like 30 minutes away to a different town because of opportunities, but I mean, I'll definitely stay in the state that I live in. I have no reason to move out of the state I live in. You know what I'm saying? It is true. Some of my coworkers moved back in with their parents, but teleworking and living out of state now from their original workplace. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I could totally see that being an absolute thing that people do. Like, yeah, I got a remote job and then I moved away to somewhere more affordable because it's like it's cheaper for me to move to this place while I have this job than to stay in the place I am now because of how unaffordable it is here. Like that's very much a real thing. Yeah, absolutely. I could definitely see that. For me, it's like um I do want a remote job again because I'm the kind of person that just doesn't leave my house that often. I like staying at home. So having a job that lets me work here at my house is perfect because like I'm in my comfort zone. I can work more efficiently. Um, and I don't have to worry about like bills for like gas and stuff because I don't really use my car all too often aside from groceries. So I know people talk about like, oh, but what about like the office culture and like socializing with people? And it's like, no, I don't care. I don't care. I'm here to do my job. I'm not here to socialize. I can never really understand the kind of people that are like, the workplace is my social space. It's like, no, I have my own stuff I do outside of work. I don't really need this to be my social space. I'm good, thank you. Please leave me alone. uh, like I get people wanting to be like nice and stuff when you're at like an office, and like if you work in a team, they have to collaborate. But sometimes it's just like I'd rather just be left alone to work on stuff. Like just let me do my own thing. Um, like DM me if you need me for something, but otherwise like leave me alone. So that's why like I never participated in like activities that my job did. Like there was an activity you could sign up for that was like a luncheon with other employees every so often, and I did not sign up for that because I was like, nope, not interested, don't care. Uh, I hated I hated the mandatory stuff. Like there was like a mandatory thing involving like some kind of weird meeting with like the guy who hires people. I don't know, it was some kind of like activity, and I was like, this is the dumbest fucking thing ever. Do we really have to do this? I didn't say that out loud, but I very much thought that. Like I was like, this is stupid. Can I just go back to work? I don't care about any of this. This is dumb. Um, man, I don't know. I probably have to go get myself a laptop soon because if I'm going to be getting a new work from home job, I don't actually know if they'll provide me a laptop, so I probably have to get my own, which is fine. I have been thinking about just getting a laptop anyway for that specific reason. Um, so because like I technically have like a like at my desk right now, I already have a setup where I can hook up my laptop to my setup, and then I can actually use my other monitor with my laptop. So I already have a setup here to work from home. Like I already have my desk like set up perfectly to work from home and stuff because I refined it for my job, and it was like, yeah, like I'm already set up to do, work from home and stuff. I just need to get the like a laptop and stuff, and then I should be good to go. And I've heard there's actually pretty good deals on laptops, all things considered. So also it'd be nice if like, dude, my dream, I think my dream job to get that I like, just a job. If I had to get a job, I think the ideal job for me would definitely be like the customer support job that I didn't have to take phone calls, because I would rather just work on tickets and stuff. And oh, that'd be perfect if I could get that. Like, are you gonna trust your employees to keep all the work sensitive information after leaving? Yeah, I mean, it feels like to me some of the places I applied to didn't really specify they provide you a laptop. Um, and my call center job that I had, my call center job that I had, did not provide me with a computer or a laptop. They just like helped me install a software I needed onto my PC. So yeah, there definitely are workplaces out there that don't really care for that kind of stuff and will just like say, hey, you just have to have your own like equipment and stuff. So, and it's kind of stupid. Um, but I do know that is definitely a thing that would probably happen. So I'm gonna erase all the trees on this like on this hilltop here, because this can actually just be filled with rocks and stuff. Yeah, it's kind of a dumb notion, but yeah, you're absolutely right. It's like why would you do that? You know what I mean? Oh, get stretch. What should I do for dinner tonight? Might make some more rice and chili, honestly. I had tacos. I had tacos yesterday and had tacos the day before because I was like testing out making tacos. Well, I'd say tacos, but they're actually more like burritos, like soft taco burritos. Uh, but I basically know how to make the basic stuff now. I do have hamburger helper I bought yesterday, but I don't have any more ground beef, so I'd have to go buy more, and I don't want to go to the store again. Um, I might make some rice. I might make some rice and chili tonight because I don't really feel like trying to make anything complicated or anything like that. I think I'd rather stick with some basic. So are these colliding with the side of the mountain? Yeah, they kind of are. Okay. Well, this one almost is, but not really. We'll get rid of it anyway. Ugh. Yeah. Honestly, my dream goal, I think, if I wanted to make my own money on my own terms, is to get into video game development, but I want to start working on my own game once I finish this update. But I have to finish this update first. Uh, but yeah, no, like I would love to sit down and actually try and make my own game and sell it. Um, I want to get into like learning Unreal Engine 5 and learn how to use that just so I can do that. Um, and make some small games at first just to kind of like learn the process and do it as a hobby, and then eventually if I have a good game that actually does like good, I can actually pay my bills with it and actually start going from there. But baby steps, baby steps. So I have I have a few game concepts I would love to make in mind. Like the concepts that are based off like games that I like, but it's like it's not really straightforward to just make a game. You got there's a lot to it. So Ugh. This is very tedious painting, but it has to be done. So well, then again, I could just do what I did before and just paint like a huge swath of ferns going all across this, but I'm just gonna do it by hand because I just feel like it. Um, Plus, it means that we don't have like a huge amount of ferns just all over the place. We have them kind of like in a interesting way, to say the least. So you know, there's a couple of games that I would love to actually make. I would love to make a Turok styled like boomer shooter game. I think that'd be really cool. I would love to like mix like prehistoric creatures with like a boomer shooter thing, just because I like prehistoric stuff, and also I just like Turok. Turok is pretty good. The original Turok games, by the way, not the 2011 one, whatever the hell that one was. Um, I would love to make like a Turok game. I think it'd be fun. Something goofy, like a goofy, just like a funny and goofy, like very fast paced shooter like that would be kind of cool with dinosaurs and shit. The other game I wanted to make was a thief like, because I do like Thief a lot, and I would love to try and make like a stealth game like that. Um, I mean, obviously, like making games is gonna take a while, so it's like I'd have to pick which one I want to do. I do have a small game that I wanted to try and make first. Like, I'm thinking like, oh, maybe I should focus on like something really a basic idea, like something really straightforward. And I do have a kind of a small game in mind. Um, so I was probably gonna work on that first. Um, like I have the whole like spooktality map I wanted to do for VR chat, and I kind of want to turn that into an actual standalone game as well, depending on how it evolves. Um, yeah, Why? If you're listening to me, that game that we were talking, the thing thing I was talking about making a spooktality, I would love to if it turns out in a good, like pretty okay, with the assets I make for it, I would love to maybe try and make that into a standalone game as well. All things considered, depending on how it goes. So, but that's just me being wishful right now, just wishful thinking. So it's very much like don't take it too literally. Like you never know what's gonna happen, knowing me. Yeah, it just all depends. But you get like with the Wanderer, like I love the map to death, but I'm at the point now where it's kind of like I do want to try and work on other projects. Like I don't want to have to feel like I keep getting dragged back here to work on stuff. Uh, so I was gonna make mapo tofu, but then I realized I didn't have the right tofu, so I went to make spaghetti, and then I couldn't find any tomato sauce, so I mixed together diced tomatoes and Chef Boyardee canned meatballs to try and make sauce, and I found my tomato. Chef Boyardee, you crazy white. Hope it turned out okay. I actually have a shit ton of my family has a shit ton of like homemade spaghetti sauce in the freezer that we need to unthaw to make spaghetti with eventually. Um, like we have like a several like it's just like frozen bricks of sauce we have to unthaw. um, I have been wanting to make spaghetti. I think it's been long enough that I think it's been long enough since I had last had spaghetti that I can justify actually having spaghetti again. Um, but I probably can't do it tonight because I would have to unthaw the spaghetti, which would probably take all day. I mean, unthaw the sauce, which would take all day, and and then it's already like 6, so I would rather have the spaghetti done by now if I was gonna cook it. So I think maybe like later this week or something I might do that. So it's got chunks of soggy spaghetti noodle in it if I can. It tastes a little funny. Yeah, no, Chef Boyardee spaghetti isn't too bad. I actually like Chef Boyardee spaghetti. It's got its own like specific feel and taste to it that's okay. Um, I do like having just a can of Chef Boyardee spaghetti. If I ever just like want to eat something and I don't want to like cook spaghetti, I'll just have a can of Chef Boyardee just because it works with what I need. So game one, yeah, exactly. I mean, I could just make a walking simulator. I've thought about like if I should make like a really basic like walking simulator or something, or like a puzzle game, like just like something to get my head around like how to build in Unreal and stuff, just to get the hang of that whole process and whatnot, because it's gonna be one of those like you kind of have to learn how things work and whatnot, and it might not be the most easiest thing. I have thought about whether I should stick with Unity or Unreal, because you guys know about like the whole controversy that happened with Unity a couple months back. Like that was the whole reason why I I wanted to get used to Unreal, because I was like maybe I shouldn't stick with Unity if this is the kind of stuff they're gonna do. Um, so I was like, yeah, maybe I should try Unreal. And it's like, okay, well, I know a bit about Unity right now. It's like, I want to stick with Unity because I know a bit about Unity and I know how to do certain things now. It would be easier, or do I want to stick with or do I want to jump ship and go to like Unreal, but I would have to like relearn how to do things in Unreal. But at the same time, um, my first game engine I played with was Unreal. Like Unreal was quite literally the first game engine I ever touched. So, um, also we're gonna fix this like weird painting here because this is gonna bother me. So we're actually gonna paint over all this. This is not good. Oh, this is like some weird like shading on here. I don't like it. It's soggy. To me, it's the soggy pasta and cans that bothers me. The sauce can be salvaged if you don't like the taste, but you can't unsog a noodle. Oh yeah, I guess like when you describe it like that, yeah, the noodles are kind of soggy, but I just chalk that up as like just the way they made it stuff. It's like, I mean, it's not unbearable. It's okay. I'm used to it, so it doesn't really bother me that much. So it's like not too bad. But like if you're looking for a specific like noodle stuff, then yeah, it's probably not gonna be the best. Um, but yeah, I know what you mean. I do. I see. I kind of want spaghetti now, but I if I was gonna do spaghetti for tonight, I would have already started making it by now. So I know my family at one point we actually made like homemade noodles. Dude, making your own noodles takes a while. Like it's like when we did it, it took like a couple hours of just like doing all the noodle stuff to get the noodles made. I mean it was worth it though. It tasted freaking phenomenal. Um, like those noodles did taste pretty freaking good. Um, but yeah, no, it did take a while. So it was kind of a hassle. If you ever get a chance to make your own noodles, I would recommend it at least once. It's definitely interesting. You probably do already have the ingredients in your house to make noodles. You just don't know it. So, like we had a specific thing we bought that helped us make noodles as well, like a little tool, like a noodle, like a like kind of like like a little rolling thing that you like crank and it causes the whatever to come out. I don't know. I can't explain it. Causes the pasta to go to pasta bene. You know the bene, mamma mia. Know what I'm saying? Oh, dude, I got like stuffy nose. I'm sorry, guys. Ugh. That's good. I should if I'm gonna do rice tonight, I probably should go put the rice in the rice cooker in just a bit here. Um, we'll see. I don't really have an issue with store bought noodles. They're actually not that bad. Like I will say, the homemade noodles definitely did taste better, but that doesn't mean that the store bought noodles tasted bad. It's just like, yeah, the homemade ones definitely were nicer. Like they just tasted better. But the store bought ones are still pretty okay. Um like it was all right. I just say like yeah, the homemade ones were definitely phenomenally better. Um but it doesn't really make the store bought ones bad. So it just all depends on your preference, I guess. I'm being pinged on Discord. Movie night? Oh, well, hey, Zero's doing movie night. Whoa. Hey, if you guys want to watch a movie, Zero's streaming Alien. Although don't disturb him if you're not gonna watch. So he seemed to be having fun watching it. That's good. There's a clear difference. Yeah, there is a clear difference when you can really taste it. Yeah. So it's like I got pinged on Discord. You know, crazy, right? Oh my god. Sorry, I got distracted. My cat is looking around suspiciously, like you never sit on sofa. Something is gonna happen, and you're gonna get up once I jump on your lap. My cat Evie, she's a sweetheart. But she is very clever. She has learned that if she nudges my door open, she can actually open the door. And so that's why I got a little like cat gate on my door to stop her from doing that. Because my door doesn't actually like you don't need to like turn the knob to actually open my door. You can just push my door open. It kind of sucks. Um, but she has learned that she can do that. And if I don't put the kitty gate up when I walk out of my room to go do something, she'll actually push my door open and go into my room. Because she always wants to get in my room. She likes going under my bed and like hiding under my bed. And then when I'm in here, and if she's in here with me when I'm doing stuff, she'll sit next to me and she'll meow at me and look up at me. And then sometimes she'll just like randomly jump on my lap, and she'll just like cuddle up with me, because she wants attention. That's what she wants. She just wants attention. Um, I don't like her being in my room because it's like I used to be paranoid that she'd do something with my wires, but I know she won't do that. And I've basically, and like she doesn't go behind my PC anymore, because I like when she did that, I actually like I give her a quick spray of compressed air, and all it took was one spray to get her to like she understood after that, like, yeah, don't go behind the PC. So she doesn't do that anymore. Um, but it's more so just like I always keep my door closed in my room, and I just don't like the idea of her being stuck in here with me, and like her not being able to like really tell me she wants to get out of the room. But I've kind of softened up to her a lot more recently. I could actually let her in my room. Actually, you know what, you guys, one sec. I'm gonna let her in my room. One sec. Where is she? Let me go let her in my room. One sec. One sec. I don't know if you guys could hear that. One sec, sorry, I put my headphones back on. All right, the cat has entered. The cat has entered the room. She is down there next to me. If she jumps on my hi. Oh, look at you. You're already eager to jump on my lap, aren't you? Hey, baby. You can sit on my lap if you want to. No? She'll jump on my lap sometime soon, probably. Uh she's like eyeing me right now. She's like, hey. Oh, there she is, guys. She's up on my lap now. Hi. Hey, baby. Did I get the webcam actually? Wait. Do I have the webcam on? Wait, I'll show you guys actually here. I don't think I actually have a webcam. I have the VC face, but let me actually get the proper webcam. Yes, hi baby. Hi, one sec. I'm trying to do something. It can actually show. No, stop. Stop. Don't rub against the microphone, you crazy cat. I am trying to show you off on the stream, but I don't know how to do that. Oh, she is just rubbing herself all over me. Hi, sweetheart. Give me a second. I'm trying to do something. Do I have to turn off VC face actually? Here. I was kind of hoping this would just like connect, but it might not want to connect properly. I would love to show you off on the stream right now, sweetheart. Did you want to purr into the mic? Hi. Yes, no, I love you too, sweetheart. He's trying to eat your herb sprouts. I gotta look into planting some potatoes actually soon because I know it's starting to become spring. Sorry, I really want to show you guys my cat, but I don't know where my webcam source is. One sec. It's like I don't think it's actually picking up because of the VC face stuff. Yeah, I don't think I could show you guys, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I would show you guys, but oh hey, let's not sit on the wire of the headphone, please. Thank you. Okay, you're gonna get your foot stuck on the headphone. There you go. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You can sit there. You can sit there, okay? Don't rub against the microphone. Okay, or just do that, I guess. Alright. Well, stop. You're gonna yeah. She's not the kind of cat that meows on demand. She'll just meow if she wants my attention. Hi. You might hear her rubbing against the microphone. Okay, stop. Stop. Don't stop. 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 I love you, sweetheart, but please stop rubbing against the microphone. Stop. 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 Sweetheart. Just if you want to sit on my lap, you can sit on my lap. Just stop rubbing against the microphone. Oh, now she's rubbing against me. Hi. Oh, I know, baby. You want to plant a berry bush? Ooh, berries would be cool. And only get half a day of sunlight. Yeah, that would probably do it. I should start looking into getting the potato stuff planted because I do have potatoes that have sprouted. I just need to get them planted in little like boxes and get them to sprout, and then I can plant them in the place I had them last time. The only reason my potato plant last year didn't grow properly is because I didn't really take too much care because it was planted next to tomato plants. And the tomato plants kind of like smothered the potato plant. So I just ended up like yeah, it didn't work out. But I think this year I'm just gonna do potatoes because I really want to do potatoes. So we're just gonna work on potatoes probably. Because I like the idea of growing potatoes. I don't know. Like just like I totally see myself actually eating potatoes. So because the plant that I planted last year actually did grow like potatoes. They weren't super big, but they were potatoes. So if there's one plant I would plant, it's gonna definitely be potatoes. Definitely. Um, I'd rather grow potatoes than anything else, honestly, because they're just nice. Yes, hi, sweetheart. Ooh, don't flex your claws on my pajamas, please. That hurts. A bucket. Yeah, I luckily can just plant them directly into the ground after they start sprouting. So that shouldn't be an issue. Um, but yeah, it just does depend. Okay, sweetheart, could you please not flex your claws in my leg? Thank you. My cat has this thing where she's sitting on my lap right now. I don't know if you guys know that. Um, but she flexes her claws like when she like sits down, and she sometimes like flexes them on my leg. She doesn't break the skin or anything, but I can feel the claws. I can. And to answer any questions, no, we did not declaw our cat because declawing cats is bad. Do not do that. If you have a cat, do not declaw them. That is absolutely awful. Probably the worst thing you can do is declaw your cat. I think we did that for like our like the cat before this, and I felt bad about it. I wasn't the one that did it, but like, just don't declaw your cats, guys. Like I know it's like, oh, but I don't want them to scratch up things. Like, okay, well they're a cat, then don't get a cat. I don't know what to say. There are plenty of ways to serve potatoes. There are. I gotta turn up the music, Evie. My gosh, I can barely hear it. Oh, no wonder, because you caused my microphone to get unplugged a little bit here. Oh, man. Personally, if I ever moved out, I probably wouldn't get a cat. Like, I like the cats we have now. They're cool. I like my cats. But I probably wouldn't voluntarily get a cat. Like, the reason we have three cats is because the two that we have, the extra two are like rescued. So macaroni or rotini? What the hell is a rotini? One sec, I'm gonna totally look that up because I don't know what that means. Rotini. I probably know what a rotini is. I just don't know what it's called. Oh, I'd go macaroni. Sorry, I just looked up what a rotini is. I'd do macaroni probably. Gotta run my eyes. Sorry. Could you stop flexing your claw? That hurts me. Yes, I know you want me to pet you. I know. I'm letting you sitting on my lap. Is that good enough? I'm a long noodle kind of guy, but if I ever made any other kind of noodle, we usually do egg noodles. That's what they're called. They're called like I think they're called egg noodles. That's the ones that like my mom likes to get when she makes Alfredo. I personally like the longer noodles better, but that's just me. I like the long stringy noodle. Slurp that bitch up, you know. Sorry for my cursing. I'm in the macaroni. He likes it on my lap, sweetheart. He's like looking up at me right now. Hi, what are you doing down there? Should I get like a PNG of a cat and just put it on my lap right now? Here, you know what? I've got an idea. One sec, guys. We're gonna get a cat PNG real quick here. One moment. I'm trying to see if I can get an image of what my cat looks like. I mean, it doesn't really matter, I guess, but here, we're just gonna. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, never mind. It's one of those dumb websites that's like, oh, you have to download the PNG. Uh, Transparent. There we go. Wait, one sec. We're almost there, guys. Give me a second. I'm trying to find a good image. Oh, sweetheart, don't claw my leg, please. Thank you. You know what? I like this one. I like this Legos little guy. You know what? No, I forgot how terrible it was to look up like transparent images online. I'm not even gonna bother. I gotta work on this. Am I tickling your ear? I'm sorry. You're the one that put your head there. Oh man. Cats am alright, guys. God, these cats are crazy. Oh, sorry, my mic could be a little bit too far away from my head. Sorry about that. Pets am alright, guys. I don't know if I would actually get a pet when I move out. Um, like I think like having a pet is definitely a big benefit, but I just don't know if I mean I guess I would have to wild DMs. Did you DM me something? I'm not. No, I'm not. I appreciate the offer, but I think we're. I think I'm good. I don't. I think. I think I'm. I'm not gonna. Uh, do you really want me to? I don't even know if I could put a freaking. I could put a freaking this on my doodad. One sec. Could this? Like no, because like see, it takes me to a. I mean, there you go. Okay, here. Okay, we'll try here, just because you seemed adamant about this. Here, one sec. Desktop, random. There we go. And then what we'll do is we'll put add image. Don't bite me, please. Thank you. Sorry, one sec. I'm gonna find it real quick. A B C D E F. There it is. Oh, hey, it works. Oh my gosh, look. All right, guys, we're gonna put him on my lap. There you go. Okay, there you go. That's the cat on my lap right now. Okay. I'll disable it when the cat's no longer on my lap, so you guys can see I'm actually talking to the cat. So, um, yeah, I hope that's not too distracting. She's not actually dancing in real life. She's just kind of chilling here. Oh, don't stop clawing my pajamas, please. That actually hurts. Okay, don't nip in my arm, please. She nips at me sometimes, but it's not like she's not like doing it aggressively. It's just kind of like meh. I don't know. Oh, your reason for it. Man, I love you too, sweetheart. Okay, not claw me, please. Thank you. Gosh. Like I said, I probably wouldn't get a pet if I moved out. Not anytime soon, at least. I probably would adjust to where I live first before I consider getting a pet, because that's a big responsibility. You got to pay for like the foods and stuff and medical bills and whatnot, and that stuff ain't cheap. When we rescued the two kittens that we have now, I paid for the medical bills, and it was quite expensive. Um, so like I paid for like a few trips that they did to the vet to make sure they were doing okay, and then I also paid for their neuters as well, um, which was not cheap. So like I could afford it, but I mean, luckily that kind of stuff is only like you only really have to do that a few times, and then you're good to go, unless you do like a yearly checkup. But like a lot of the time, like you just like the initial like checkups when you first get a pet are definitely the most expensive. And then after that, it kind of like gets more tame, I would say. Unless your pet has like a medical emergency and stuff, and then yeah, it could get very expensive. Um, so luckily our pets seem to be doing pretty fine. They're pretty healthy. Isn't that right, Evie? Maybe. Oh, she's sleeping. I hope my leg doesn't. I have my legs crossed right now. I really hope my leg doesn't go to sleep. So Isn't that right, baby? Good boy. Good girl. She's a girl. Sorry, female cat. All right, the other two kittens we have are boys though. They're rambunctious. No, it's okay. I'm just getting a chip by water. It's okay. Don't. He like looked up at me like, "What are you doing?" Pet insurance. Oh no, I'm okay. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to drop the bottle on you. I don't think I've ever looked at pet insurance. Oh, oh, and she has jumped off of my lap. Okay, she's gone. Sorry about that, guys. Hi. I guess she didn't want on my lap anymore. I don't know. No more cat. She jumped up my lap. It's okay. If she jumps back on, I'll turn the cat back on. So she likes to chill under the table there. So she's kind of doing her own thing. Did you want me to let you out? Did you want to? No. I didn't know if she wanted out or not. Sorry, I went to go open the door. She probably would have went outside if she wanted out. Because a lot of the times when I let her in my room, like the only way I get her out is if I actually pick her up and put her out my room. But I've recently, like, I'm trying to do it now to where like if she is in my room and she wants to get out, like leave my room, I'm hoping that like she'll just go to the door, and then I could just open it and she'll just go out. Which I think I did last time, and that actually did work out pretty okay. So like if she went down to my room, she'll probably tell me. Um, so because like every time like she knows that like if I catch her, I'll put her outside. She like every time I turn my chair to like go to the door, she runs under the bed. Yeah, like that. Yeah. It's not like I don't like throw her out of my room. This is like I pick her up gently and I put her outside my room. So oh gosh, what time is it? Almost 7. Damn, not bad. We've gotten quite a bit of work done so far. That's good. Mainly just painting and stuff, which is time consuming. I still need to do the splines for the power lines. I just haven't touched that yet. That's gonna be its own time consuming endeavor, just doing the splines, but it'll be better than doing the method I was gonna do before. Um, so oh yeah, we were over here, right? We'll kind of start from coming this way too, because I haven't touched these trees yet. Yeah, I did like. Sorry, I'm gonna shift topics again, but I do want to get game development. I think I've always wanted to try making a game, but early on I didn't have any experience, so I couldn't really do anything, and I couldn't really push myself to learn how to do new things. But then when VR chat happened, like I actually had that motivation to learn how to make stuff, and now it's like, well, shoot, I'm at the point now where I can actually make stuff. I can actually do like I actually know a lot of these concepts. I know how to kind of make stuff from scratch. Um, I've dabbled in Udon Graph, and it's like, damn, I wonder if I am at the point now where I can actually try and make something. Even if it's like, okay, I got to sit down and learn how to do something, but it's like, I do think I am kind of at that point now. That's kind of why I want to try it. Um, that's kind of like the next frontier of like creating stuff is like, oh, I want to make a game now that I could potentially sell and sustain myself with. Not that I want to make games just to make money. But financial incentive is a pretty big thing when it comes to games. Like I want to make my dream game, but it's like if my dream game can pay my bills, it's gonna motivate me to make it even more. Um, there was a saying. There was a phrase that a game developer that I like, David Szymanski, who made The Dusk. He had this little video he made while in his car, and he talked about this concept of the honeymoon phase of development. And that resonated with me because I completely understood what he was saying. And I'm not even joking. Like I actually completely understood what he was trying to convey. The sense of wonder and excitement you get. Did you just fart? Oh God. Oh, Evie. Oh, stay down there, please. Oh, you ruined my train of thought there. She's done pooted. Ugh, nasty. No, don't meow at me. What you want? Do you want out? I'll let you out, sweetheart. If you want out, I'll let you out. Do you want to go out? Go out. Sorry. What was I saying? Oh yeah, cat. Sorry, Valk. My cat's in my room right now. She was on my lap earlier. Uh, we're not even feeding her anything crazy. I think she's just done tooted. Hi, sweetheart. Hi. If you want to jump up here again, you can. You can say hi to Valk. What? I don't know if you heard a meow just now. There's something about a honeymoon. God. No, I know what I was talking about. I know what I was talking about. Oh, wait. I smelled something bad. I was like, "What the hell's up? Did you just toot?" um. Yeah. No. He coined an interesting phrase, the honeymoon phase of development. And yeah, like that resonated with me because I've had times where I come up with this idea and it's like for a short period I'm just like really motivated, like, oh, I'm gonna make this, it's gonna be awesome. um and you get like a huge burst of motivation to make something, but then like after that initial, that initial honeymoon phase kind of vanishes, you're kind of left with really nothing to motivate you. Like, I mean, yeah, like just making stuff and having it at a certain point would be motivating, but the financial incentive of selling a game and actually being able to make money from it that you could use to support yourself, like that is motivation in of itself to, sometimes continue development of a game. Um, so if you get like a game far enough in development, it's like, okay, well now I'm at the point now where it's like I want to try and sell this and see if I can make pay my bills with it. Um, so getting over that initial hump of the honeymoon phase of creating stuff is important because you can't just rely on that feeling um of just like really wanting to make something and then suddenly you don't want to anymore. You gotta get past that. You have to overcome that feeling of just like, you know what I mean? Maybe I'm explaining it wrong, but it's just like an interesting like phrase, and it kind of stuck with me because I know exactly what he's trying to refer to, that feeling. Um, it's just like it's just hard though, kind of a grind set mindset. Yeah, I mean, like I was thinking about Lethal Company too, and it's like imagine. I wonder how much money Zeekers has made from Lethal Company. Like that game sold so much copies. I imagine he is doing, I would like to think he's probably doing pretty fine financially, but you never know. Like for all we know, like he could have, it could be just like he didn't get as much money as you would expect him to because finances might be kind of weird. But I'm just like, damn, like if you get like a success game like that, like you could potentially be set and you could just like keep making stuff. Um it's not like everything has to be complex. Yeah, I would let the that's kind of my dream. Like I want to get to the point where I can make something, become successful, and then like I don't have to worry about paying bills. Like I don't have to stress about it. I can just work on stuff at my own pace and stuff. Steam takes 30%. Steam takes 30% of the cut. So every purchase of a game, Steam takes about 30%. Um, and that has been a source of contention among developers. Like that's a lot, but then you realize that Steam does bring quite a lot of good stuff to the table as well. So they kind of deserve the cut. But that's a topic for another day in terms of like if Steam should actually take 30%. But um, it's yeah, Steam is 30%. Epic Store I think is less than that. Um, Although personally, I don't really plan on putting my game on the Epic Store because who the fuck buys games on the Epic Store? Like I genuinely don't know anyone that actually will buy a game on the Epic Store. So yeah. Um, if I ever made a game, I'd release it on Steam. Maybe Steam and itch.io. Because I know there are some games out there that people release that are on like itch.io instead of Steam. But I would probably do both if I could, honestly. I don't know why like you wouldn't do both. I only look at the Epic Store for two reasons. A, because you can sometimes get a free game, and B, because of Unreal Engine 5. That's it. That's the only reason I use the Epic Store launcher. Um, Otherwise, I could not care like less. I don't buy games on Epic Store. I'd rather just buy them on Steam. Why would I buy something on Epic Store if I could buy it on Steam, kind of thing? Um, like this is not really a point. The cat's just laying on the floor there. You doing okay, sweetheart? She's chilling. Yeah. If I ever made a game, I probably won't put it on Epic Game Store. I think Steam is probably the best bet because that's where the most amount of people are concentrated. Um, you have probably a higher chance of getting a game sold if you put it on Steam versus anything else. So if I was gonna make a game that was gonna be like early access, yeah, I would do it on Steam. Did we get this whole paint? We got pretty much this whole area painted. I kind of don't mind that there's gaps. I'm like kind of okay with that, honestly. I mean, I could always put something there later, or I could paint like some extra. Like what I could do is if I don't want there to be gaps, I can take another forest like ground texture and I could paint it between the gaps, and that might like fill it up a little bit, make it look a little nicer. Um, or if I want to, instead, I could like paint the bottom of these to be different, and then like actually I could probably do something like that, and we could see how it looks if we really wanted to. Um, I'm just kind of checking all these right now. Also, if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna quickly go put some rice in the rice cooker. So I'll be right back real quick, guys. One sec. All right, I'm back. Also, my cat has left my room, so she's not in here anymore. Um, Steam kind of has a monopoly. Yeah, so that's a big thing as well. Steam does basic. Well, you could say Steam has a monopoly on PC gaming. There are still other PC platforms that you can buy games on, like itch.io. Um, was it called Was the other one Indiegogo? There was another platform you could buy Steam games on. You could buy PC games on as well. But yeah, no, Steam is the biggest one by far. And I don't really mind that. Like, I know generally people say monopolies are bad, but I think in this case of Steam, like, I kind of don't mind that they have basically a monopoly on PC gaming because I like having all my stuff in one spot. Like, what can I say? Um, like, I mean, there's always going to be downsides, like, obviously, but at the same time, like, I kind of don't mind for Steam at least. Yeah, you could say like the same for Google Play for Android and the Apple App Store. Yeah, I guess it just really depends. Like, my opinion might change if I actually get into the development side of things and I actually start having to deal with that. But as a consumer, I don't mind there being a monopoly for PC. As a consumer, I would say that. But if I ever became like a developer, then oh boy, maybe my opinion might change. Um, but as a as a freaking consumer, I don't really mind. Exclusivity, yeah, that's another big thing too. That's kind of the reason why, like, I hate the idea of like, so like I had a friend who bought a PS5 just to play like Final Fantasy, and I'm like, bro, that's like the worst thing, like having to buy a console just to play a game, like one game, and then you're probably not going to use the console again, because why would you? It sucks. Exclusivity can be kind of a pain sometimes, but I get why it's like it's done. Like, it's not like don't understand, but it can suck sometimes. So yeah, no, Steam's doing pretty okay. I have confidence in Steam. Abuse its presence. I would say the whole reason Steam is so good is because they aren't abusing their presence, which is, I think you could probably chalk that up to how Steam like conducts themselves, and Gabe Newell and stuff. I would be very worried if like leadership changed at Steam and you could sense that they were kind of like gonna do something bad. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I think Steam is honestly pretty aware of that and have probably put in measures to prevent something like that. Um, I don't know, but I mean, there's been, yeah, you never know. I mean, you could probably say like, yeah, like you could be not be as confident because there might be some issues that arise. Yeah, I don't have much to complain about for Steam. Their refund policy is pretty good. Um, their like UI and stuff is pretty all right. I've had like really no issues with Steam, like, honestly. Um, I think if that starts to change, then maybe people would be more. I know that there was a Twitter discourse I saw recently. I think like a while back that was like people complaining about the 30% cut to Steam. And then people comparing it to like Epic Games Store and how they don't take 30%. But then it was like one of the posts was like, I would rather take Steam's monopoly and 30% over Epic Games monopoly because Epic Games will definitely like exploit it, whereas Steam is pretty chill. Like something on those lines. So I mean, like, if you had to pick your poison, I would probably say I'd rather take Steam's monopoly over Epic Games monopoly. Like, if I had to pick my poison, I would definitely stick with Steam over Epic Games. Um, just saying, just saying. How much more do you think we have to paint? So we're right about here. So we basically painted this whole. I think we've basically painted this whole section right here so far of ferns, and we still have all of this to do. So we're getting there. Let me actually check real quick. Wait, did we paint all of this? We did, right? Yeah, we did. We still have some gaps here, but I think we're gonna use terrain painting to kind of break it up a little bit so it's not monotonous. But we basically painted all this, and then we kind of started. over here, but we haven't gone too far yet. And then we basically came all the way over here. It happened twice to try and get people to buy the game. Thankfully, with Steam refund policy, they can refund it once they really. Yeah, exactly. I saw that. I know exactly what you're talking about because I saw that post too. I was like, that's really funny because it's not gonna work because Steam's refund policy is actually pretty freaking good. So people notice the game's fake and then they can just refund it and they'll get their money back. And plus, Steam I think would just give them the money back anyway because they would be like, this is not the real game. It's a scam. Steam's interesting because they do allow like really crazy weird games on their platform, which I'm fine with personally. Um, I think it's all right. I mean, but they do allow porn games as well. The good news is you can actually filter what kind of games you see in your settings. So I got sick and tired of coming across like porn games on my feed and on Steam, especially with the discovery queue. So I specifically went into my settings and I like turned off like sexual content, that kind of stuff. Like I turned off like the ability to see those kind of games because I just got sick of it. I was just like, this just isn't really fun. I don't really care for this kind of stuff. Just get it out of my feed, please. So I remember specifically doing that because it was just tiring. I mean, there's a market for that kind of stuff, but I'm not the target for that market, so I just don't care for it. So I'm gonna paint over this as well because I don't want this to be just. Well, actually, I could just leave this as like. I could just leave this as like a little rocky mound as well, actually. Yeah, I'm definitely not the target for that, so. Um, Steam, it's interesting because like I know one of my games I'm gonna make is definitely gonna be an early access game because I would love to get it out there and then get people testing it. And I remember the early access system in Steam from a long time ago because it used to be called Greenlight, and then I think they changed the whole system now. God, man, dude, that was such a weird time back in like 2012 to 2014 because you would come across like so many early access games and stuff, and then like Kickstarters would be popping up that would like get funded but then never go anywhere. Um, like I remember coming across a lot of like early access survival games in that period. I don't think I come across them as much anymore. But in that period there were a lot. That's like that's when Rust kind of became a thing. That's when DayZ became a thing. Like those kind of games. Is Rust still an early access game? I'm actually genuinely curious now. One sec, wait. It'd be kind of funny if it's still. I don't think it is, right? Rust should just be like a fully released game at this point, right? One sec, let me check. Okay, it's not. Okay, Rust is not an early access game. Okay, yeah, so it is actually a fully released game. Um, okay, I was curious if it was actually an early access game still, but it looks like it actually released fully in 2018. So that's good. I kind of wish games would actually show you the day they became early access. Um, hmm. At this point, what is early access? Yeah. I mean, in my mind, an early access game is a game that, isn't fully like finished, but it's out there. So you can so you're still missing like core parts of the game that actually aren't part of it yet. Um, I've seen games come out of early access. Ark Survival Evolved was an early access game for a long time, but then it actually escaped the bounds of early access and actually became a full-fledged game. Um, I don't know. It's kind of hard. Kind of like I would say, early access is like, okay, I don't have all the core fundamental aspects of the game I want done yet, but I want to get this out to the public, so let's release it as early access and then kind of have a framework of like when we want to leave early access. Um, like lethal in 1 hour, go eat. You know what's funny? I didn't even go get rice because I realized that I still have taco meat, so I'm actually just gonna make tacos because I can just make like a taco with the meat that I have. I'm fine, Valk. Don't worry. I'll be joining for tonight. Don't worry. I still got time. I'll probably stop at 7:30 just so I can go make the burritos and eat. So we still got like 15 or so minutes, okay? You should be complaining at Sam. He put a question mark on his status saying Lethal Company night, lethal stream night question mark. You should be asking him if he's gonna be going tonight. Listen, I just need to get more work done, okay? I don't get much work done these days. You don't have to yell at him in caps, Valk. Jesus. So, oh God, woman, calm down. Damn, woman, calm down. Damn. White woman crazy over here. Damn. You don't. Fine. I'm gonna tune out of that Discord so you don't have to keep replying to me. So you don't think people gonna think you're crazy, Val. You better hope I don't get a shovel. Yeah, you're the kind of person that would just like kill me at the start of the round. So, white woman crazy. It's okay. I can make a white woman joke because I am also white as well. White. Don't worry. I mean, not white. Sorry, Valk. Sorry, God. I'm getting my people mixed up now. Do I have Alzheimer's? It's okay. I can make that joke. I'm also white. I'm not. I know I'm offended. You must apologize at once. What are you gonna do? Cancel me on Twitter? Oh, you're gonna bring up my. Did you just assume my race? No, I called you white because you're white. It's in your name. You're white. Actually. God. Dude, you're gonna get me canceled. You're gonna get me like freaking like, dude, this guy's bathroom is just atrocious. What the fuck is this? It's like appropriation. You can't do that, bro. That's fucked up. And I'm just like, listen. What culture am I appropriating when I play Minions? Okay, what culture is Minions that it's supposed to be associated with? Like I don't what am I missing here? Y'all crazy. Oh man, I hope I hope I don't know what I was gonna say. I do as for okay early access, right? Sorry. Um, I think if I was going to release a game on early access, I would probably sit down and actually have like a layout of what I wanted to work on and do, and like, okay, this is how much I need to do before early access. Because like the Wanderer right now in VR chat could technically be considered early access, but when I made this map, I didn't really have like a definitive plan of what it was going to turn into, you know. But if I was going to make a game, I think I would actually sit down and be like, okay, I want to make this, this, and this is like the core part of the game. So I want this to be like, okay, once we get this all built, then we have the core of the game so that we can leave early access, and then any additional content we work on can just be like, you know, like DLC or like free content updates and stuff, um, and whatnot, you know. So I don't know. I shouldn't be talking about this because I don't even know. Like, I'm not even doing anything with that yet. I do have a dream game I want to make, but I'm not gonna make that as my first game. I think I'm gonna make a small game first, and then I'll make my dream game, and actually like go crazy with it. So then again, part of me is like, should I just work on my dream game because maybe that'd be the motivation I need to actually learn how to work on stuff. But part of me is also like, no, I should definitely work on a very small game first. Get the idea, like get the kind of like ropes going of like, okay, this is what I need to actually do to get a game going and whatnot. And then maybe I could work on a bigger game. Who knows? You can start by making assets. Oh yeah, I could. So the game that I actually want to make, actually I could show you guys this real quick actually. I actually got concepts made for it a very long time ago when I first tried making a game. but I never got around to making them. But I could make the actual assets for them. Nothing's stopping me. Here, I'll show you my favorite one that this artist made for me when I commissioned them. I wish. Actually, wait. Okay, I know we have the cat image here, and I'm gonna rename this real quick. We're gonna call this cat. Um, Actually, do you guys mind if I change this real quick? I know. Wait. Okay, and uh, so this was so this oh god, one sec, wait. So this actually was a concept that I got commissioned back in 2017 for my game that I wanted to make. It's a mammoth. It's a mammoth. And I actually do want to sit down eventually and actually model this. So that is very much a thing I could do. So you are absolutely right about that. Um, but eventually I will sit down and actually make that into a concept. So, but the problem is this: like I suck at multitasking. I'm not good at it. Like if I'm gonna work on a game, then that game needs to be like my sole focus, because otherwise I just won't get anything done. So that's kind of the reason why I probably wouldn't work on another game, because I just wouldn't be able to focus. Like I need to be focusing on one project at a time. So yeah, but we'll see. I don't know. You never know what'll happen. So right now I'm just painting a forest, but one day I'll be painting an actual forest that'll go into a game that I sell, and that'll be when I have to get serious. I mean, I am serious right now, but you know what I mean. How far do I have to go this way? Did we get all this stuff painted over here? We did. We just haven't gotten all this painted, right? Yeah, so we're gonna probably go to. Actually, how far does this go off for? Yeah, because like it goes further into the forest that way, and we haven't done that part of the forest yet. So we're kind of like branching like this way. I could get this cluster of forest done over here actually, but I haven't even got this part done. Well, like kind of like right here, right now. Um, Actually, we'll probably get all this stuff done over here first. Kind of get these like painted here. Probably need to smooth this out too, actually. Uh, but yeah, no, I think my next project after I finish this update, because I'm gonna take a break from the Wanderer for a bit after this update because I think I need it. But I most certainly will work on the Spooktality map, I think, because that's gonna be the big one. Because I want to get the Spooktality stuff going. For that map idea, I would love to see if I can get that going with the assets and whatnot. Um, and then I think after that, I probably would sit down and maybe start working. Like I think either during that process or like after it, I probably would sit down and be like, okay, I must try to start making my own game. Probably do it on the side, honestly. Like I'll at least try to. Like I know I said I get distracted very easily, but I would at least like maybe make an effort to try and like learn Unreal. Like okay, maybe I'll work on a little bit today, and then I'll go and try and do like a tutorial or something on Unreal. Because there's so much stuff to Unreal, man. It's wacky. Oh man, game dev isn't easy. I'm not really the best when it comes to coding either, so that's going to be a hurdle to get over, I think, is learning how to code properly. I mean, I know how to code, quote unquote, but like there's still a lot about like actual coding that I would need to kind of learn. So actually, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna erase these trees. Harvard has many computer science courses only for free. Also, just YouTube. I mean, yeah, I know. I suck at like first off, I suck at watching tutorials. I'm bad at like following them. And then yeah, it's like a motivation thing. But I mean, if you practice long enough, yeah. Oh god, Stellaris. Dude, Stellaris is such a weird story because I heard about that game and I heard about the story behind it, like how they were like swapping people in and out of the development team over a long period of time. Um oh man, that game was something. I never played it, but I watched a video about the whole like story line of like what the development cycle was like and it was kind of chaotic. I was like, wow, this is that's quite something. Yeah, I know. Like that's the whole thing. Like you gotta sit down. The problem with learning stuff is you just have to be motivated to do it, and it's like, yeah, you kind of have to learn and practice. But my problem with like actually, like I can do kind of graph based coding, but I have to learn how the like what nodes do what and stuff, and how to do certain things. And it's just like sometimes you just don't have the motivation to really sit down and learn these mechanics and stuff. You just kind of like, damn, I wish I just knew how to do this now, so I could just do it instead of having to sit down and freaking learn how to do it. Damn, just let me just do this, please. But it's like it's never that easy. Like you do have to sit down and learn. It's a pain in the butt. So and yeah, I mean, Harvard does have like there's a lot of resources online to help you at this point. It's so much easier now than it's ever been. Um, I know I know I'll figure something out. Like I'll look up tutorials on how to do certain things, and then I'll kind of give them like my own twist and stuff. Um, so you got to start somewhere. So there's no shame in watching tutorials on how to do things like coding wise and then just doing them and then giving them your own twist and stuff. Like there's nothing wrong with that. I do hate the idea of like copying people though, which is why like tutorials feel weird to me because I feel like I would just copy the tutorial and then just not do my own thing with it. I don't know. It's like, you know, I want to do this thing, but I don't know how to do it. But then I just copy a tutorial and it's like, okay, I'm done. But that's like I don't want to do that. So it's like, yeah, it sucks. Uh, I mean, I wouldn't. Obviously, I would try to avoid copying if possible. So wait, we got like a couple more minutes here. I am probably gonna wrap up at 7:30 just because I do want to go make the tacos and then I'll probably just relax before I join Sam and them for Lethal Company tonight. So yes, if you guys are curious, I will be joining Sam and the gang for Lethal Company tonight. So you can watch that via Sam's stream since I won't be streaming it. Um, but you could definitely watch it via that if you want to. If you want to, obviously you don't have to, but I guess try to blend tutorials into your everyday. Watch them while doing other work or as you fall asleep. I have a shit ton of tutorials booklet marked on my browser for like Unity and stuff. So I should sit down and just like rewatch them and like learn how to like do them and stuff. But it's like if I'm gonna watch a tutorial, it's like it's one of the things I can't really like just have it as background noise. Like I would need to be listening to it, you know, like actually focusing. I know you'll be there, Valk. We'll be playing. Damn, Valk, you so excited about Lethal Company? You crazy. I mean, it's fun. It is fun. I will say it is very much fun. Um, you've probably been looking forward to it all day, I imagine. You know, doing your work and stuff. So I can totally understand the enthusiasm. So we're coming to the back of the. Okay, so we still have that whole patch of forest there, but we do have this patch of forest here. So I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and work on this patch of forest right here. Just get this kind of going. We'll tweak it as we need to. Um, you know, I need to try and convince Sam to work on videos more because I really like his videos. I rewatched the Velma mystery video that he made that he and I collabed on years ago, and I forgot how much fun that video was. Like how funny that video actually was. Fucking dude, I cracked up like so much watching that video. And it's like, damn, I really wish he would make more videos, but I know he tells me like he just feels burnt out even though he hasn't worked on anything, and it's just like, yeah, I get you, bud. I need to do videos more, but I just like never get around to it. Um, at least he does the streaming and stuff, so that's good. I'm still happy about that. So, um, but I really wish he would do video stuff more, like actually make like videos that are like nicely edited and stuff. Because I think he would actually take off if he actually did that more. He just doesn't, and it's like, bro, listen, if you actually sit down and make videos and like post more stuff, you could actually gain a bigger following and stuff. But you just never do, so that's why you never get the a huge following or anything, because you just don't put yourself out there. Because that's the biggest thing when it comes to content creation. Is like you got to put yourself out there more. Like if you don't advertise yourself, then no one's gonna know you exist. You know what sets you apart? What sets you apart from everyone else? You know, like that's the big thing. Um, and you know, for me, it's like I have the same issue too. Like I don't really put myself out there that much, but I don't really mind because it's like I'm not really trying to be big or anything. I'm just kind of doing what I do. You know, um, I don't particularly mind. I need to figure out how to avoid getting DMC'd. Oh yeah, because you do the dance videos and stuff with the others, but you guys play copyrighted songs. If you're not monetizing the video, then it doesn't really matter because I think the worst, like you probably will get your video demonetized, but you're not even monetized anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Um, I guess the biggest issue is if you get like a community guidelines, a community strike, but that's kind of like not that shouldn't be too common. Really, it's just like you might get the video like the video might get like flagged and like put like and not monetizable, but I guess that wouldn't really matter for you, like I said. Um, so I try to avoid it on my channel just because like eventually I might monetize it and I don't want something to come bite me in the butt later. So also we're gonna finish this forest patch and then probably stop. You can't. No, I just mean like monetization isn't in the case of like YouTube will always like run ads on your videos and stuff no matter what you do. There's nothing you can do to turn that off. I just mean like actually making money off of the ad revenue. Like that's something you can't get until much later on. Like you have to have like a certain amount of subscribers and stuff to actually get money off of the ad revenue. Um, but you can't really turn off like ads on your videos. Because what's going to happen is if your audio, if your video has like copyrighted audio, it gets flagged, and then the revenue that's generated from the ad revenue on that video gets sent to the person that owns the copyright. Um, but you won't be making money from the revenue anyway because you don't like that's something you unlock later on. So YouTube runs ads on your videos regardless of whether you want it or not. Um, it's just that you can't make money off of that same ad revenue until you get to like I think 1,000 subscribers or something. That's kind of what I was remembering. Because like if I worked on videos more, I could probably push to 1,000 subscribers and then actually you know be able to revenue off of the videos, which I should be doing that. I should be pushing more for that. And I think what I'm gonna do is after I finish this update, I'm gonna do like a quick like work on the January and February in-keeping highlight videos because I missed those and get those out, and then I'll try and stay consistent with the in-keeping highlights, hopefully, because like I said, this update just kind of took a lot out of me. So yeah. If you're about 8:50. Okay, so he's starting on 8:15. Okay, we can still go for a little bit longer here. Okay. I thought that we'd be starting at 8, but it looks like we'll be going to 8:15. So I'll stay for at least another 15 or so minutes, yeah. Um you know what sucks is like at the start of the year I was like, oh man, I'm gonna try and do videos more and do like a video a month, and then like I got busy with this update and I just like lost any motivation to actually work on video stuff because I was already putting a lot of my creative energy into working on this update. And that's kind of the problem is just like I get like I can't multitask. Like I should try and set time aside to work on videos on certain days, but I just never get around to doing that. And it's just like I just like after a while it's just like, you know, what's the point? Ugh, it sucks. It's a pain in the butt to deal with, but yeah, yeah. Ugh. Because like my idea was I was going to work on one video a month, which is the innkeeping highlight of the month, and that would be like the minimum video I do per month. And then I could do anything else extra after that. Like if I were to like stream a game or something and I want to turn it into a video, or maybe if I do like with all this Lethal Company footage I've been recording, I could actually sit down and maybe start turning this into videos as well. I've been recording a lot of the times I've been playing Lethal Company with the boys, so I have like footage I could turn into videos. If I really wanted to, um, but I just haven't really done that because I don't know if I want to turn those into videos. Um, but yeah, no, I think my YouTube channel would primarily just be the innkeeping and bartending because I don't really, unless I start doing like dev vlogs and stuff. I've thought about doing that. Like I've thought about sitting down and making like a dev log for the Wanderer, or like um some kind of video series related to like stories at the Wanderer. Like I could do like a Tales of the Wanderer kind of series where I talk about like old lore of the map and stuff. That usually wouldn't be known otherwise. I've thought about doing a series like that, and I could just do like a little storytelling kind of thing, kind of like how Ryan does for his channel with the storyteller. But mine wouldn't be like as poetic. It would just be me telling a story. Um, so I've thought about doing that as well. But like I said, it takes time, motivation to actually sit down and want to do that. And I've never really assumed YouTube would ever become anything financially viable, because YouTube is like, you do have to be consistent, you do have to be focused, you actually have to be like making content and stuff, and it's like it's not one of those things you can just willy-nilly do. Like you do have to actually sit down and make stuff. You can't just like not make anything. You kind of have to sit down and have a consistent stuff coming out. um like I've come across a YouTuber that I follow that's like they got big because of a random video they posted, and then they actually started like consistently uploading after that because they got the traction, and now they actually have like a 400,000 subscriber channel because they were consistent with uploading like videos of a similar format. And then kind of like once they kind of got a bigger following, they kind of branched out into doing their own stuff, and their audience like stayed. um so it all does depend. Yeah, it's it all does depend. I don't think I'll ever have a breakout like that, not unless I just like I've thought about doing like the essay videos, but I already know for a fact there's no fucking way I'm gonna do an essay video, because like it would be cool, but there's no way I could stay focused on an essay. Like I just don't think I could. I don't think that I'm the kind of person to do like an essay video. I'd rather do stuff like this where I'm like making a map or a game, or like maybe just playing a game with friends and then cutting it up into a video. I don't think I could sit down and make like a highly edited kind of thing, because I just don't think I have the patience or the time to really do that. So, and we're kind of going pretty hard on the painting here. So we're like right here. I think we're like right about here for the painting so far. So we stopped. We're right here so far. And we still need to paint basically all of this, and then we'll have basically the entire crater painted with ferns, and then we can start working on some more detail work for that if you wanted to. That's cool. Could be any number of one-off video idea topics based on the one's hand. Longer series might depend on more of a long playthrough. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'd be up for doing like a playthrough video kind of thing, because I'm not sure if that's kind of the stuff I want to do. Um, actually, I'm gonna say no to that, because I kind of like just playing games on my own time. I used to stream them more, but the problem with streaming games is just like you're kind of bound to showing off the game only on stream, and it's like, I'd rather just play on my own time. I don't want to have to be forced to stream this game since I've already started streaming it. So that's kind of why you don't really see me streaming games much anymore, like playthroughs of games. I'd rather just play them on my own time and just either play them on my own time or play them on Discord. Because yeah, I don't know. Here's my any percent speedrun of VR chat. Here's my any percent speedrun of the cupboard. We're gonna get Jailbird in under 4 minutes. I think that's the speedrun. Actually, fun story. There is actually a speedrun someone did of the Jailbird from the cupboard, and it took like I think it took under 4 minutes for the guy to unlock the Jailbird encounter. and actually do the jailbird encounter. Like he sped run the fucking encounter to actually unlock it and stuff. I thought it was really funny. Um, I thought that was like pretty fucking cool. I should do that with like an encounter I have. If I ever do like a encounter, you have to like unlock, see if someone like wants to speed run it. It'd be fucking hilarious. Maybe one day. But then that involves me actually sitting down and making encounters again, which I'm still debating. I mean, I want to do them eventually, but I just don't know when that'll happen because, like I said, it takes motivation to sit down and make stuff like that. And honestly, when I finish this update, I'm probably gonna take a step back and relax for a while because I don't want to. I don't want to burn myself out working on the Wanderer. I'd rather like. I think when I finish this update, I'm probably gonna take like a 2 week break from working on anything and just kind of like catch up on games and anime and stuff, and then I'm probably gonna focus on the new project and stuff, or just do video editing in that time, like get that all out of the way too. So I'll just focus, like maybe work on video editing as well. Because I'd rather not burn myself out. Um, I will say, I think we're actually gonna probably stop here because I do actually want to go make tacos. Um, but yeah, no, I will be joining I will be joining Sam and them for Lethal Company in about 30-ish minutes or so. But we're gonna stop the stream for now because I want to go make some food. Um, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I'm gonna dip out of here, go make some food, and then probably get everything ready for tonight for Lethal Company when I play with Sam and them. So yeah, you guys enjoy yourself. I will be going to get some food now. So yeah, have a good one. I'll see you guys in a bit if you joined for Sam's stream, but otherwise, yeah, have a good night.